Hey everyone, good evening. Thank you for joining today. And today we have Tamas with us, who is going to share and I'm sure everyone is knowing Tamas. He is the community man, director of the Sitecore community, as well as he is himself is an MVP. And the MVP program he only started once he became so everything what we see nowadays and we contribute to the community, the man behind that is Tamas. So he's going to share his experience and he share the knowledge how he brought and how we can be a part of that community and spread good knowledge across that. So thank you so much, Tamas, for giving time to us. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Today, I would like to talk about the power of the Sitecore community. And there might be someone who don't know me. My name is Tamas Varga. I'm the director for the community at Sitecore. I'm based in Hungary. It's a tiny country in Europe. I was born and raised here. And I'm working with Sitecore technology since 2006. I was an MVP myself between 2010 and 2016 until I joined Sitecore. I'm working for Sitecore since 2016, and I'm responsible for all the community relations and the MVP program. You are always welcome to email me, and also you can connect me on LinkedIn. My only request is that if you connect me on LinkedIn, please let me know, send a little note. Where did we meet? Where did you hear from me? Just something a little so I know that, it was this webinar or Sakon India or something else. I'm always open for connections, but I'm requesting everyone to let me know how did we meet. Okay. And when I say that I started with Sitecore 20 years ago, this is my first certification I received. As you can see, it was Sitecore version 5 at that time. And really, it was September the 7th of 2006. So in a couple of months, it will be a full 20 years of Sitecore experience. And I'm lucky enough to work with this community. And one of the really good summaries I heard from Yasin a couple of years ago, he said that, the Sitecore community is really people from all around the globe with different cultures, different background, working for competitors sometimes, but still they are working together to share the knowledge and help each other, which makes all of us successful. And I really like this quote, and this is for me really represents the Sitecore community. But what do we do with on the Sitecore side and on the community side? So if we look at the Sitecore side, the MVP program started back in 2008. And we had the first MVP summit in 2013. We started the Discover Sitecore YouTube channel in 2014. We had many virtual developer days over the years. We had a developer trial program for many years. We used to have a Sitecore developer newsletters. We started the Sitecore strategy webinars because Sitecore is not only a technology anymore, but we need marketers and strategists. And since 2020, we do have these strategy webinars a couple of times a year. During the pandemic, we run an MVP podcast. It's still available. If you go to the MVP site, you can go to mvp.sitecore.com/podcast, and you can find nearly 100, maybe 150 episodes. Different MVPs are talking about their journey. And it's only 5-10 minutes, no more. So you can easily listen to one episode when you are having a coffee in the morning. But they are talking about their journey, their experience with the Sitecore community, how they become a Sitecore MVP. They also have some useful suggestions and the message to the community. So I really encourage everyone to go and find this MVP podcast because it's not only about the MVP, but the whole Sitecore community. We also have a developer portal since 2021 when Sitecore was acquiring different technologies of those days. We felt the need to help developers to find the different documentation sites, the different ways to learn about all these new technologies. And the developer portal is still running since then. And we provide lots of information. The most important one these days is the changelog. You can see how these SaaS solutions are developed and what kind of new functionality is available in our different software. So I encourage you to go to the developer portal and look for the changelog. It's really exciting information. You don't even know on the SaaS platform what kind of new functionality gets into the software every day, every week. Also in 2023, we started a mentor program, which helps community members to learn more about the community, the MVP program, and they can work with a mentor, and this mentor can help them to connect and become an MVP, become a community member who is contributing to the MVP program or the community in general. You know, Sitecore is doing a lot, but the community also doing quite some things. So the community members are creating thousands of content, videos, podcasts, blogs every day. So that's a really important, and that's one of the highlights of the Sitecore community. We have user groups which started back in 2010, and we have nearly 100 user groups all around the globe. Some of them are virtual these days, like this one, but some of them are meeting in person. Also, we have the Sitecore User Group Conference, which is coming to India in June. I will talk about that later. You know, the community started the Reddit page for Sitecore in 2014. Sitecore Hackathon started. We have a community Slack chat. Hopefully everyone is on the Slack chat now. But if not, please go to sitecore.chat and sign up for the community Slack chat there. You know, the Sitecore Stack Exchange started back in 2016, so it's 10 years ago. There is a Telegram channel for Sitecore. Sitecore Lunch started back in 2019. There is a Discord. So the community is doing a lot. And I think that's really important that while many things are virtual these days, but also we get together, we meet at different conferences, and we have the opportunity to meet in person. And these opportunities are also really important when we talk about the community. Hopefully, all of you on this call and those who are watching can go to at least one of these user groups or the user group conferences, because it's really reassuring that there are many people out there similar like you who would like to learn more about Sitecore, who would like to share their knowledge. And so getting together is also really important. But until you get to the next conference or the next user group, you can go to the community portal, community.sitecore.com. We have over 13,000 registered users there and more than 30,000 questions and answers. So it's mostly a forum. You can ask questions, you can answer someone else's questions, but also the user groups are represented there. We also have a LinkedIn group. So if you go to LinkedIn, we have a LinkedIn group with 13,000 members. But also you can find a community in different places, like on Slack, I mentioned, Stack Exchange, Telegram, Discord, Reddit, but there's also a Facebook group. So anywhere you want to go, there is a Sitecore community, you can find them. I talked about the podcast, mainly the MVP podcast, which is currently hosted on the Core Sampler podcast. Unfortunately, Derek is not doing any more interviews, but past interviews can be also important. So go check out the Core Sampler podcast. And you can also look at the Water Cooler podcast. This is also quite interesting Sitecore topics. And the Fireside, the new communities discussion, is also quite popular. So go and check out the Fireside. So different podcasts are out there. And again, it's a good way when you go to the office, listen on your phone some of these episodes. But you can also meet with the community members in different ways. I also mentioned Sitecore Lunch. Sitecore Lunch started in 2019, and since then, every Friday, even if it was New Year's Eve, even if it was Christmas, even if it was the biggest holidays, the Sitecore Lunch was always on Friday. And it's really important that many people attend all around the globe. The hackathon is again running since 2014. It's one of the biggest community events and always happening around February, March every year. Regarding the Sitecore lunch, again, many people just get together and any community member is welcome to join. The details are published on the Slack channel, and you can just jump on a call and talk to other like-minded people. Also, if community members are not meeting online, they can meet offline. This photo was taken in Chicago when we had a symposium a couple of years ago. And one of the community members just happened to be local and organized a tour, a pizza tour actually. And we hop on a bus and we visited 3-4 different pizza places and we tried different pizzas, the deep dish Chicago pizza and some others. So it's really important that this has nothing to do with Sitecore other than Sitecore brought together the community members, but the community members organize these events. And so some people prefer to have the beer and pizza together. Some other people during the conferences are running together. So, whatever your passion is, you can find a team and you can find some other Sitecore community members to do it together. I already talked about the Sitecore user groups. We have nearly 100 of them around the globe. All of them has different personalities. Some create their own logo, and they are promoting themselves on LinkedIn and Slack and different channels. We have a list of user groups on the Sitecore Reddit, so you can find a list of user groups there. And again, I'm really thankful for the organizers of this user group for inviting me and also running this user group for a long time. And thank you for being here and listening to me and listening to other topics around Sitecore. I also mentioned the Sitecore User Group Conference, which we started in 2014. And the Sitecore Europe is the second largest Sitecore event. And we just had that in London last week. These events are for all Sitecore practitioners. So everyone is welcome to join. It's not only for developers, it's for everyone who is using Sitecore. Strategists, marketing people, QA, anyone who is working with Sitecore every day, then they are happy to, they are welcome to join the user group conference. And also, as I mentioned, SACCON is coming to India again. After 2 years, SACCON India is back on June 4th and 5th in Delhi. We will have a great conference. You can find the agenda already online. We are working with a committee of 12 people, and they are helping me organizing this conference and selecting the content. So you can go to the website. If you want to follow the news around SACCON, you can hop on LinkedIn and find SACCON there. We will start posting about the different agenda and the sessions, and email about the registration is coming soon. So everyone who attended previous SACCONs, you will get an email next week. And those individuals who are working on these conferences, talking about their experience, sharing their knowledge online and offline, blogging, creating podcasts, running user groups, they can become a Sitecore MVP. MVP stands for Most Valuable Professional, and Sitecore is awarding these individuals every year. Every year, everyone has to apply again and contribute to the community constantly. The Sitecore MVPs represents the top 1% of the Sitecore community, and they receive a small award. Sometimes our CEO is going to hand over the award to the individual. Some of them are collecting these awards, and this is really prestigious, and it's a long selection process. I will talk about the selection also in a minute, but it's really important that this is something that individuals who are contributing to the community will receive. There are three categories. Of course, the Sitecore MVP program started with the technology category because back in 2008, Sitecore was more like a technical platform. But as I mentioned, after that, it became open to also marketing and strategy individuals. And lastly, we opened up for ambassadors, those individuals who provides value by influencing customers and decision makers and providing product feedback and references. This is nothing about sales. This is all about being an ambassador for Sitecore. So this is all available in different categories. So anyone who is working with Sitecore can become an MVP. But the MVP program is much more than just an award. And those who become an MVP, they sign an agreement with us. And we have webinars every month. Different product teams are doing webinars under this non-disclosure agreement, so we can share some secrets with the MVPs. We provide free training and exam for the MVPs. And there are feedback sessions with different product teams. We give them free license, early access to different products. So Sitecore 10.5 is coming in June. And 1 month before we release 10.5, we will give the early access to the MVPs. So they will release, see that information before they can test it before everyone else. And on the day of the release, you will see a lot of blog posts from MVPs because they already had a chance to access it and try out 10.5. But also the MVPs are invited to the MVP Summit, which is an annual invite-only complimentary meeting for the current year MVPs. And the Sitecore team is usually running this event around symposium time. The goal is to meet Sitecore executive, the product leadership team, share information under NDA, and also meet fellow MVPs. Also, we provide discounts for MVPs to different events. For symposium, the user group conference, MVPs get some discount, and they also get some sandbox access to different products. If you are on LinkedIn, you might have seen that Sitecore MVP started to receive their MVP swag. So they get some Sitecore branded items or MVP branded items together with their MVP trophy. And they post this online, and they are really proud of being a Sitecore MVP. And there is a reason for that, as you know, that this is top 1% of the Sitecore community. So you might ask, how do we select the Sitecore MVPs? And so to be able to apply for a Sitecore MVP, you will need a Sitecore ID. And this is the same ID what you use to log into the community portal or the learning portal. And you log into the MVP portal with the same Sitecore ID. And you can fill in an application and submit the application no later than end of November. It's really important that the selection process is for those who already contributed to the MVP to the community. So it's not that you apply and you say that I will contribute to the program later on. You already had to contribute to the program in the next 12 months to be able to apply. So you go to the MVP website, fill in the form, and you submit your application before the end of November. The application form is asking you to acknowledge and confirm that you did contribute to the community and you accept the Sitecore privacy policy. This is the first screen. After that, you need to choose the category, whether you would like to apply as an ambassador, as a strategy or a technology category. If you are part of an implementation team doing development, QA, or something similar, and your contributions is more on the technical side, you apply in technology. If it's more marketing or strategy, you apply in the strategy category. After that, you have a form where you can list all your contributions. You provide the date, You provide a name for the contribution. You can select the type of contribution, whether if it's a blog or a podcast or a speaking engagement. You can provide a description or a link. It's really important that we need to be able to verify your contributions. So providing a link to a recording of a speech or a link to the blog post is really important. And you can also select related product to your contributions. When you added all your contributions by the end of November, you can go to the confirmation page. This is the last step where you confirm that you are submitting this application and you understand and agree that existing MVPs and some others will review your application. You understand that if you are selected, you will need to agree to the Sitecore MVP program agreement, which contains the NDA, the non-disclosure agreement, and you confirm that your application is ready to be reviewed and processed. If you click this and you submit it, and it's not end of November, you still have time to revoke the application if you want to add more contributions. So that's possible. But if the deadline is over, so after end of November, you cannot submit and you cannot revoke anymore your application. So what happens after you submit your application? So we start a 2 months review process. During these 2 months in December and January, 3 different teams are reviewing the applications. The first team is the current MVPs are reviewing new applicants. Those who were not MVPs this year are reviewed by MVPs. We also have corporate teams who are reviewing all the applications per category. And we have the regional teams who are reviewing all the applications in their region. So every MVP application is reviewed by at least 2 different Sitecore employees, and new applicants are also reviewed by current MVPs. I am not the one making decisions, so it's really important that I'm not the one selecting the MVPs. I'm the one running this whole process. So when we get all these reviews from the different teams, I am the one summarizing this information, and I have meetings with the different teams to decide who should be an MVP and who should not be an MVP. And when we are doing these reviews, we are looking at 4 different areas, and we have a scoring system where we are scoring the different contributions. So we are looking at 4 areas: content, which includes blogs, videos, podcasts, white papers, case studies, any kind of content what you created. Even open source modules belong to this category. We look at engagement, social media activities, engagement on the community forum, Slack, Discord, and all the others. The third one is public speaking, presentations at events like the user group conference or SACCON or any user groups, symposium, or any industry conferences or webinars. This is all belong to public speaking, but it's really important. It should be public, publicly available for the community. And we need some kind of verification. So you need to provide a link to that if it's recorded, or provide the agenda, and your name should be on the agenda if you did the public speaking. And the 4th category, equally important, is the feedback and the references. So this includes support tickets, but only if it was a bug. So if you send a support ticket and support say that, oh, you misconfigured Sitecore, that's not a support ticket, that doesn't count. Support ticket should be something where Sitecore team confirms that this is a bug in the system, or it's a feature request. So only bugs and feature requests count as a support ticket. Product feedback, if you provide some feedback on the product, beta testing. Sometimes we are running some beta tests, and we are asking MVPs and community members to help us to test some products, but even some exams and some training materials. So all of this belongs to the feedback and references. Of course, for example, in the ambassador category, if someone is a customer council member or a partner leadership board member, That's all part of this category. And every area, we are looking at three things: quality, quantity, and visibility. Of course, the first and foremost, quality is much more important than anything. Go for quality contributions. Quality is the most important one. Quantity, of course, we would like to see the contributions throughout the full year, not just November when the application is over. You have to contribute the whole 12 months to really become an MVP. And of course, visibility is important. If you are speaking at symposium in front of 1,000 people, is different than if you are speaking in front of 10 people. So that's also count, not as much. So quality is more important than visibility. So, and in every area, and the scoring works in a way that the reviewers can say that the contribution is outstanding, or the contribution meets expectations, or below expectations, or not applicable. So if, for example, someone didn't do any public speaking, they will do quality, quantity, visibility, not applicable. And there are some really few cases when the score is unacceptable. Unacceptable means that someone was plagiarizing or just copying articles or copying the documentation side to a blog. That's unacceptable. That doesn't help the community, and that's not a quality contribution. And we sometimes weight some areas more than others. For example, content in the technology category has more weight. So if you would like to be a technology MVP, content is where you need to focus on. But of course, a balanced application has everything in the 4 areas. So the best if you have everything, but in the technology category, the content is one of the most important things. So here is an example when Dylan Young was reviewing an applicant, and you can see different scores here. And this individual mostly met expectations in all the areas. Quantity was below expectation for content. So this individual got 96%, sorry. So this 96% is the final result. And this is what we do with everyone. We have these scores and we are debating these scores and the results with the reviewers. As we have all the final decision made, we are notifying the MVPs a couple of days before we are doing a public announcement. And also we notify the applicants who were not selected on the day of the announcement, and we are providing them some advice. So we try to be customizing the advice for these individuals, what they should do next time. I mentioned also the community mentor program. It's really important that this is not an MVP mentor program, even though MVPs are mentoring community members. And the goal is that individuals are contributing to the community. Those who are participating in this program, they have to contribute enough to become an MVP. Just being part of the mentor program doesn't mean that you will become an MVP, but you have a chance and you will get a mentor. And since 2023, we had more than 300 members in this mentor program from more than 30 countries and more than 30 companies. So it's quite successful. And this year also we selected quite many people from this mentor program to become an MVP. But it's really important that it's not automatic. You have to do your contributions to become an MVP. As a summary, I have a couple of points here, what you can do or if you are new to the community, where you can start. First, if you have access to the learning portal, there is a free training called Introduction to the Sitecore Community. You can go there and see quite similar things and links there. You can subscribe to the Discover Sitecore YouTube channel. We try to publish contents there. These days, it's not week by week, but we have some great content coming, and we have some interviews with product managers. You can also join the community portal. You can ask questions, and you can answer someone else's questions. Go to the LinkedIn group, join the LinkedIn group. You can go to the Slack chat. You can join a Sitecore user group. Go to a conference like we have India in June. Listen to the Become an MVP or Get to Know an MVP podcast. So you can go to the MVP website and you can do that. You can read more about the MVP program and the mentor program on the MVP site. And if you have any questions, you can always contact the Sitecore community team. So that's it from my side. I'm happy to open up for questions. Anything you would like to know about the community, you can ask questions now, or the MVP program, the selection process, anything, just let me know. And if you are a bit more shy, then ask here, no problem. You can always email community@sitecore.com, or you can find me on Slack and you can message me there. I'm open to any questions, suggestions, ideas, and I'm more than happy to support you.
Thank you, Thomas. Anyone has any question? You can unmute yourself or you can chat also.
Am I audible?
Hi, Tamas.
Yes.
I
Hello.
have one question. Which platforms will be monitored the most for this community program, MVP program?
Not sure if I understand. What do you mean by monitoring?
I mean, which platforms will have the higher, like LinkedIn or the Slack?
On every platform, there are some community members who can help you. So it doesn't mean that it always I will be the one answering your questions. Slack is definitely quite a lot of people, more than 10,000 members we have, more than 50 channels. And based on your topic of interest, you can discuss with the others. So Slack is quite an everyday thing. LinkedIn is also quite helpful. You can get a lot of information, but less discussions there. It's more like different people sharing their projects or sharing their user groups and so on. So if you would like to be in conversation, go to the Slack channel. If you would like to share something or read more about on a news style, you go to LinkedIn. If you forum, you can go to the community portal.
Okay, that answers my question. Thank you.
Thank you. Mitesh?
Yeah, hi, Kaushik. Hi, Tamas. Thanks for this great session. I have just one question. Mentorship program is mandatory for these MVP programs, or it is optional?
No, it's just a support for someone who would like to, who don't know how to start, who thinks that like having a mentor could help them. Then we offer this mentor program. It's not mandatory at all.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Alex?
Yep. Thank you. Hello, Tomas, and it was a pleasure to meet you at SACCON. Great event, and thanks a lot for organization. My question would be the following. So, quite a lot of, within the technology stack of Sitecore, and I also work for Sitecore, but now I guess there's a time to jump into the strategy field, right? Marketing one. So I'm working for one of the clients of Sitecore, and I want to develop myself within this area. And the question is, probably I need to find some mentor within that category. Is it possible, and do we even have that division of mentors for categories there? If I would like to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have that for every category, and let me share maybe my screen. I can show you the MVP website here. And so you can go to the MVP website, select directory, click here, open to mentees, and you can select, let's say, strategy, and you can see all the mentors who are available in the strategy category.
Great.
You can filter by country if you want. So this is all available, and yes, we do have mentors in the strategy category. Yes.
Great. Thanks a lot. Yeah, and once again, thanks for the organization of that great event.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. I just go back to this so you have the information on screen about India, just to make sure that you have everything in terms of the agenda, and you can also follow the Sitecore page. So I'll just leave it here for you. But I'm open to any more questions. And again, if you don't have questions now, that's absolutely okay. You can email community@sitecore.com, or you can find me on Slack anytime and try to get back to you as soon as possible.
Yep. I believe that's all.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes, Vignesh.
Okay. Hi, thank you for sharing the session. It was really insightful information. Just wanted to confirm one thing. You mentioned about the support ticket is also considered as a contribution where they have accepted the bug. Sitecore team has accepted the bug. So I'm working with the clients where they are working on the project, and we have the NDA signed with them. So I'm not able to share the client information. However, we have raised the ticket from one of the team's account. So will it be considered that particular person's uh, contribution, or is it going to be contribution for someone else? Like there are multiple people are working in the team. So is it okay if we submit the person A's name for that ticket?
Yeah, you can submit either the support ticket number, or you can submit the bug, because if we acknowledge that something is a bug, we also assign a different number to it. So you can submit that as a contribution, and you can explain what was your role in finding that bug.
Yes, so my question is around that only, that I'm working as a project manager in that particular project. So the bug has been raised from the developer's account. So whether I will be able to contribute, I mean, in show as a contribution, or is it going to be considered from the person who has raised the bug?
I mean, it's not so black and white. You can, I mean, if you had some role in finding the bug, then you should claim that. If you,
Okay, got it. It makes sense. Yeah,
so
got it.
that's
Got it.
it. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for answering.
Absolutely.
Do we have anyone else who wants to ask questions to Tamas?
The organizers can also ask questions. We had a great discussion this yesterday, Jaya. So maybe you can repeat some of your questions.
Yeah, so yesterday I was asking you like how in a better
I cannot hear you now. Is it just me?
grow more. Oh, give me a moment.
Okay.
I can see one question in chat from Dhruvil. Is it mandatory to take guidance or be prepared under the mentees for the MVP first time?
No, it's not mandatory. It's just mentors are supporting you in this journey. If you think that you have everything needed to become an MVP and your contributions, then absolutely you can do that alone. No problem. Yes.
So yeah, yesterday I was discussing with Tamas. You are able to hear me right now?
Yes,
So
I
how,
can hear you.
on what are the areas or what topics we can contribute better for the community so that they can gain? So I was asking what are those areas for the suggestions, uh, so that along with me, the community can also grow. As the Sitecore's AI landscape is too vast, so it's right now it's very difficult to keep up the pace how Sitecore AI is evolving with the AI concept. So in that respect, I have asked those questions.
Yes, and first of all, I always say that your contribution should really come not from someone telling you what you should contribute, but what you are working on, what you are passionate about. Because if you are passionate about something, your contribution will be on a different level. Uh, of course, there are things which are coming and will be important in the future. So if we talk about AI, for example, the Agentic Studio, what is part of Sitecore AI now, having new and new agents nearly every week, helping others to understand how Agentic Studio works and what kind of agents are there, what are the new agents. That's usually helpful, and not that many people are sharing that. So if you have the chance to explore those agents and in Agentic Studio, then I would recommend to share that with others. Also, Sitecore AI is extensible via the Sitecore marketplace. So developing something for the marketplace is also really useful. Not only, for your customers when you develop something, but also, the process itself, how you develop these modules, how you extend Sitecore AI, and sharing that information again. I think it's really relevant these days, and it's really important these days. And really anything around, for example, migration, how to get to Sitecore AI. If you have a chance to work with Sitecore Pathways, that's also quite new, and many people don't know about that. So anything around migrating to Sitecore AI can be a really useful information. But again, I always emphasize that you should um, speak about, you should create content about something you are passionate about, you have a knowledge and so on. So you shouldn't just do it because I want to be an MVP. Share the knowledge you have, share the knowledge what you are more passionate about. We have a couple of folks who are passionate about quality assurance, so they are QA professionals and they are sharing that. A couple of years ago, we had individuals who specialized in the email sending part, and they were really sharing a long blog series about how to set up email campaigns, for example, for Sitecore. So it can be anything really useful for the Sitecore community. Again, AI is new, AI is coming, AI will be important in the next many years. That's no doubt there. But if you are passionate about something else, please do and contribute that, because there are many customers still are on the old platform. Many customers are maintaining this old platform. So even if you have something around maintenance or even how you deploy all these CI/CD pipelines or anything can be important. It's really you need to make sure that you are doing something new, something unique, something which has a quality. You shouldn't repeat the documentation. You shouldn't repeat what someone else already blogged about, but you give something new to the community, something helpful.
So I have one more question. This might the others who wanted to aspire as an MVP or who wanted to have some guidance. So every year in Sukan, you organize a session, right, regarding mentor-mentee, how the program works, how it helps. So do we have this session this year as well? So that I haven't seen the agenda yet. Sorry. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
no
maybe if
problem.
you can highlight.
Yeah, right now we scheduled a roundtable discussion We don't know the exact topic yet. There are different topics. Some are more around AI, some are more about work-life balance. The mentor program is also quite popular, as you said. So we don't know yet. If you have any suggestions for a roundtable discussion at the user group conference, please email us and we can discuss if maybe we can do it as a roundtable discussion.
Thanks. Information. So I think, yeah, we are almost done and I'm not seeing any more hand raised.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm trying to be available for anyone in the community. Just message me on Slack or drop me an email, and I try to help you as much as possible.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tamas, for your time and the knowledge you shared, and whatever you are doing for the community. It's really very, we are appreciating that one, and we owe you because you are the man who breathed for the community, and we know that's why.
Thank
I have
you.
always
My
seen your
pleasure.
messages in the Slack. Like you are saying that if you are not responding, it means you are really busy. Else you always keep always prioritizing the community members. Yeah, thank you for all your effort.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Thomas,
much.
for your time. Thank
Thank
you
you,
all
everybody.
Yeah,
for joining the session. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you,
thank you.
Thomas. Thank
Thanks,
you,
everyone.
Thomas.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.